You are only attacked because you are considered a threat. The only reason why the enemy or your enemy would ever come against you is because it sees you as a threat. Whenever you are facing difficulty, obstacles, challenges back to back, and you recognize and realize that your finances, your health, your relationships, your friendships, your jobs, when you realize that things are in a consistent pattern of attacking you, it is because there's something inside of you. There's something inside of you that the enemy does not ever want you to see. There's something inside of you that has the ability to overcome and to conquer every area in which you're being attacked. If you're being attacked in your finances, it's because there's something inside of you to be wealthy. And not just to be wealthy for yourself, but so that you can reach back and help those that may be struggling in the areas of wealth. Maybe it's in your health, and maybe it's because there is something inside of you that is meant to release healing to those that are around you. The areas that you are attacked in are generally the very areas that the enemy has recognized that there's something inside of you that is called to make change. Something that is inside of you that is called to turn things around, not just for yourself, but for the communities and the environments in which you live and exist. There is this one allegory, one scripture that I want to read for us today. And you may not be a person that reads scriptures, and that's okay. I use them as analogies, I use them as allegories. I just want to read this, and I want you to walk with me, if you will. In Psalms 37:12 through 13, it says, "The wicked plots against the righteous and gnashes at him with his teeth. The Lord laughs at him, for he sees that his day is coming." The Lord laughs at the enemy. I want you to know today that in the very area that you're attacked with, you may be feeling like you have been forgotten. You have been maybe feeling like you're being forsaken in some cases, and even in my case, where I am praying for things to happen, not just for myself, but for my family, for my friends, for those that are around me. And there are times where it looks like the challenge has become almost insurmountable. It looks as though the challenge or the obstacles that are coming against them and or the things that I'm praying for, it looks like there are many days that there is great defeat. There are days where I will walk away and I'll say, God, I just need to see a sign. And sometimes I don't see it. Sometimes I don't feel it. But the reminder is that our God is sitting back just laughing, because our God knows the end of the story. There is an end to the story. And the end of that story is that there is victory for you in that specific area. Though the weapon may form, it cannot prosper. And it may feel like it's prospering. It may feel like every single day there is something happening that is causing you to almost doubt or disbelieve that God is going to move in that area. But those are the moments that you have to hold on the most. And you have to know that the only reason why I'm being tested in this magnitude is because something greater is on the other side. The darkest hour is just before day. And I know that I am preaching to the choir today. I know that where we are in our world and in our nation and across this world, across this globe, that there is a threat and a rise of darkness. There is a threat and a rise of people that are angry, that are evil, that have hatred. And in the name of God, they protrude their hatred, forsaking the fact that, hey, that they are the ones that are causing damage to other people, that are being used by the enemy. I know that there are people that are dealing with financial difficulty at this time. I know that in our nation alone, that there are many that are fearful of the days that are ahead. I know that there are many that are facing challenging situations because either your checks have been cut off or your food stipends have been cut off. And I understand and I know how difficult those days have been. I've been in days like that myself, where things have been cut off that I thought I needed. But even in this time, I'm going to speak to you to remind you that God always makes a way out of no way, and that the source of your income is not from a check that your job can give you. It is not from the resources that a government can give you, but the source is from your God. This is a reminder that your source, it never runs dry. That if he has to cause things to show up and to cause things to just be created out of nothing, he's going to make a way. And you're going to look back at this season. You're going to look back at this time, and you're going to remember how God kept you. You mark my words, that when the enemy does come against you like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will always lift up a standard against him. And those that are being attacked, those that have been attacked, that are in that process of being attacked, this was not just an attack that was against one isolated area, but in many cases, this was a planned attack by your enemy. A system would come against you that has to show you how great and how intimidating you are to the enemy. The groups of people that are being attacked at this current time, there has to be something great. What I love about what I've learned personally from even my culture, from Black people, is that the more the enemy comes against us, the better we get. The more the enemy tries to attack us at every single course of action, the more we grow. When I look at my people in general, that were in slavery for 400 years and we were not able to read. We were not able to own businesses. We were not able to own land. We were not able to own anything. And in just a short amount of time, maybe 200 and some years since slavery has been abolished, if you look at how we have grown to the place where we are now, that is equal and above other people in most instances, it shows you the power that's within inside of us. It reminds me of the children of Israel when Pharaoh recognized that the more he came against them, the more they grew, the more they expanded, the more they enlarged. And that's what caused the threat, where Pharaoh began to try to destroy them, try to hold them captive, because he recognized what and who they were. Friends, I always make this statement: remember who you are. And the reason why I make that statement is because there are many times when you are faced with challenges, when you are faced with news cycles, when you are faced with jobs that are changing, that are doing things in their policies and practices to hold you back, when you are faced with things in your finances and in your health, it can be difficult for you to remember that the power has always been within inside of you, that the power of life and death has always been inside of you. The truth is that you just can't stop believing. It is the belief of what you believe about yourself that causes you to rise. And my prayer for you, my prayer for this nation, is that we would remember, that we would remember who we are, that we would remember the gifts and the tools and the talents that are inside of us, that we would remember that we are resilient, that we will remember that weeping endures for just a night, but joy does indeed come in the morning. That this is just a moment that we are in, and this momentary affliction cannot be compared to the glory that's going to be revealed in you and in us. We just got to get through this season. We must encourage each other as we are trying to navigate this particular time, because things are going to change. Things are going to turn all the way around. This is my encouragement to you today as you are facing the challenges that you face. I want you to remember that the only reason why this planned systematic attack has come against you is because surely there's something great on the inside of you that the enemy never wants you to recognize and or to see. But it is you, the one with the greatness on the inside of you, that God is going to cause to rise in a time that the enemy is trying to take you out. This is going to be the season where things are going to shift in your favor. While everyone else is worrying, those that believe that a better day is coming, God is going to begin to drop down inside of you dreams and visions that things are going to come to pass, and you will will see a better day. I want to thank you guys so much for watching me. We need each other during this time. We need each other's encouragement. We need to push the content of those that are speaking the messages of positivity and hope. With all of the news cycles that we are seeing and the breaking news that is always reporting something negative, we need to see more people push the positive, push people to remember who they are in God. I want to thank you guys so much for watching today, and I hope that that today has blessed you, and I'm hoping that you'll share it with someone else that will bless them too. Thank you for being a part of my family. I'll see you next week. God bless you today.